part 33 of a book I wrote on Philippine history. Chapter, Quezon, President of the Commonwealth. I continue to quote, "The Nacionalistas won the election with 68% of the vote cast. In appropriate ceremonies, the Philippine flag, once forbidden by Dugout Dog's father, General Arthur MacArthur, was hauled up to wave beside the Stars and Stripes, and Manuel L. Quezon moved into Malacanang as the first Filipino occupant of the seat of power in 400 years. As recounted by historian Carlos Quirino, the Malacanang Palace was brightly lit one evening in October 1907. The occasion was a reception and a ball marking the opening session of the First National Assembly. Chandeliers lighted up the wide staircase leading to the main hall. 3,000 guests lined up to greet American Governor General Cameron Forbes, an arrogant American duly immortalized by the Ayalas as Forbes Park. The American jackass was at the top of the stairs at the head of the reception line. At the bottom of the stairs stood a young, handsome mestizo. His cousin, Maria Angara, an ancestor of Senator Edgardo Angara, accompanied him. The young man turned to Maria Angara and in Tagalog said, "Someday you will see me at the head of that reception line." And that young man was Manuel L. Quezon. He spoke of the seat of colonial power where only Spaniards and Americans resided for 400 years. The journey to the top was a long journey for Manuel L. Quezon. 3 decades later, in November 1935, he was indeed at the top of the stairs welcoming visitors as President of the Philippine Commonwealth. His administration set the tone for those to come. The Commonwealth Act No. 1 was passed creating the Philippine Army to consist of citizens recruited by draft. This act was passed under the sponsorship of my grandfather's House Committee on Defense. The National Economic Council, the supreme economic policy maker, a constitutional body more powerful than the NEDA, was established under its first chairman, Manuel Rojas. I became the chairman of this body during the term of President Diosdado Macapagal. This is Lara Henares making your day with part 33 of Philippine history. And chapter, Quezon, President of the Commonwealth. Manuel L. Quezon inaugurated his social justice program with the passage of the minimum wage law, 8-hour day, Court of Industrial Relations, Court of Appeals, low-cost housing, the National Development Company to spearhead industrialization, the use of Barong Tagalog, designation of Tagalog as the basis for national language. Because his 6-year term without a re-election was too long for a bad president and too short for a good president, Quezon had the Constitution amended to allow him 2 4-year terms not exceeding 8 years. He was elected for the second term in 1941. One of the first things Quezon did was to ask General Douglas, Dugout Dog MacArthur, to come and trade his due Philippine Army. MacArthur, who fancied himself the American Caesar, took over a suite at the Manila Hotel, demanded and got a 12-cylinder Packard about the size of a living room, and set up Elizabeth Dimples Cooper, a Phil-American actress, as his querida. The World War II broke out on December 8, 1941, when Japanese planes attacked Pearl Harbor, Crack Field, and Manila. President Quezon asked U.S. President Roosevelt to give Philippines the immediate independence so that he can declare the Philippines neutral, and he was refused. He threatened to resign, but Osmeña convinced him to change his mind. When defeat was inevitable, Q-boat and plane transported him and his family to Australia, thence to the United States in February 20, 1942. Before he left, he paid $500,000 to MacArthur, an amount twice the national budget at the time. Smells of blackmail. Huh? The Japanese landed in the Lingayen Gulf, occupied Manila, and was then declared the open city. The Philippine and American troops retreated to Bataan and Corregidor and surrendered to the Japanese in April and May 1942. They occupied our country for more than 3 years, treating us just as badly as the Americans did during the Philippine-American War from 1898 to 1902. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.